things have escalated a bit. In this video, I'll show you guys, where is it? The new Commander, and I'll give you a quick update of the Grand Cherokee. So here's the Grand Cherokee. I've done some upgrades to it, fixed up some stuff. I put on the off-road lights from the Commander. I took the wheels from the Commander and put them on because, as you saw, the old winter tires were roached on this car. I replaced two of the doors, actually the doors on the passenger side, from the donor vehicle for the diesel swap because they didn't have hail damage. You can see here all the dents. Then the doors are nice and clean and rust free. And then just small upgrades. The struts for both the tailgate and glass I replaced, so both of those work properly. It turns out the sunroof does work, but it leaks, so I just put the tape back on. Hi, Scout. Got it cleaned up in here a bit. This, like all WKs and XKs, is broken, but I'm not going to touch that. It's got 337,000 kilometers on it now, and it's running very good. This car is faster than the Commander. I think because the Grand Cherokee is a lighter vehicle, but also just the tune that this one has, it's got more power than the Commander. So as I mentioned in the last video, I can no longer drive the green Commander because it won't pass an out of province inspection and insurance won't insure me on it. But I'm not like the WK is fine, but it's not special. There's nothing unique about it. There's lots of them around, lots of them lifted, and a lot of diesels, but there are no Commander diesels around. So I wanted a Commander. I like the ergonomics of the Commander better. It's larger inside, so I knew I wanted one, and so I found this one and I picked it up. So this one's a 2009, that one's a 2008. They've both got roughly the same amount of kilometers, 330,000 kilometers, give or take. Both of them were 5.7 Hemi V8s from the factory. And this one, it's in very good condition rust-wise, which is the main reason why I jumped on it. Here in Alberta, for whatever reason, Commanders are selling for a higher price than in Ontario. So I ended up picking this one up for $4,500, which is a steal for a 2009 with the HID headlights. So talking about the rust between the two, I'll show you guys now some comparisons of the red one and the green one. So under the hood is the highlight of both Jeeps. I'll start with the green one. This car was oil sprayed from an early age, so under the hood is actually quite clean. The strut towers, the firewall. But if you look at a lot of the hose clamps, different brackets, you see that there's corrosion. The battery tray, there's a snapped bolt there. The battery tray is rusty. In the corner is starting to rust out. Whereas this car, everything is nice and clean with no oil spray. There's no rust anywhere here. All of the nuts and bolts and fittings are very clean, rust free. Down in here, also zero rust. Now we'll move on to the rockers. And now the rockers are the most important part of this, because 3 of the shops that I went to get an out-of-province inspection all failed it because the rockers were gone in this car. So this is the green Jeep. You can see there is no more rocker. It's all eaten away. Even though this is the unibody frame rail and it's fine, they see the rocker, they see that it's missing, and they fail it. You compare it to the red one, and there's basically no rust on the rocker here. And the frame rail, also perfect condition. All the nuts and bolts are still nice and clean, just very light surface corrosion on them. And moving on to the inside of the doors, the green one on both sides is rusted out here where the plastic trim covers the rocker. This side I cut it out because it was just gone. But the red commander, it's all perfectly clean. Even on the wheel well side, there's no rust at all. The frame here, nice and clean. So this one truly is, watch out Scout, truly is in good shape. Quick comparison of the wheel wells. The green Commander, while it's dirty, you can see that there is corrosion in here. And compare that to the red Commander. Look how nice and clean it is. There's a little bit of dirt hung up on the left side and some corrosion starting, but it's very clean. But it's not all good news with the red Commander. There are 2 pretty bad points about it that I have to address before the swap is complete. The first is the 4-wheel drive system. The green Commander has Quadra Drive 2. The red Commander has Quadra Track, which the difference being the green one has electronic locking front and rear differentials, whereas the red one uses brake lock to simulate differential lock. And lastly, you might be able to see it from here. The red Commander does have some rust on the roof, and it's pretty bad. All along the top ridge here by this door is gone, hole rusted through. And by the front door also rusted through. And similar with this side. This side, the back door is fine, but here is starting to rust. And so my plan to remedy that is to cut the roof out of the red Jeep, cut the same panels out of the green Jeep, and either weld them in or glue them in. Because oddly enough, where the red Jeep has rust, the green Jeep is perfect. And that's the only rust that I have to take care of on the red Jeep. And my end game here, once I take the diesel drivetrain out of the green Commander, put it in the red Commander, the green one will be scrapped or sold as a shell, essentially, because I don't want to hold on to it for parts. I'd rather use that space for something else. The red Grand Cherokee will be sold, and then I will just drive the diesel red Commander. And I'll have a clean, rust-free, fully sorted Commander diesel. And for those that made it to the end, I'll give you a quick insight into next video. It's going to be of this bike sitting in the background. I bought this bike last year as a project. It is a 2011 Husaberg FS 570 factory supermoto, but the catch being the engine was in pieces in a box for an unknown reason. And that reason turned out to be it jumped timing and bent some valves. So I'll give more detail into that in the next video. What are you up to, bub?